Hello everyone, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
Now I have Battle Report 207, which is
207.
This is Masters, U.S. Masters Game 5.
Final game.
Final game. And I'm sitting right in the middle of the pack. Orcs and Goblins versus...
More elves, but a different kind.
Might as well be elves.
Yeah.
Five of my 8 opponents that week were elves. At least 4.
I think it should be called the Elf.
High elves,
Thon.
Sylvan elves,
Yeah.
Sylvan elves, dark elves. 5 of my 8 opponents
Yeah.
over the weekend were elves.
Well,
Yeah. Anyway,
that's a sign, I'm telling you.
it's a sign that I should kill all elves.
You should be playing elves.
So anyway, this elf player actually finished up in the 15th spot. By the way, I'm a guy who doesn't belong in this tournament. Remember, I was the last one selected out of the play-in from the day before. And the 15th place player in this tournament is the lowest placing player I played. Mm-hmm. Luck, it's just the way it works out on the way my wins and their wins happened.
Well, it could be it's because they played you that the other ones got the scores that they got.
Only one of those smashed me, all right? I beat one of them. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Moving on. We're done with that. There's my army list.
Read it if you want it. Okay.
No, don't. All right, so here we go, Dark Elf. He has an Oracle, who's the general, master of cosmology. He's got a magical heirloom.
Okay.
Cult Priest of Nob, who's the BSB with Morax Reaping. Alchemy.
Yeah.
I think that's Alchemy. Alchemy. With Alchemist Alloy, but still not a
It's
T.
Alchemizy.
Alchemizy Alloy.
Not as good as the other one. It's
And
the elf version.
And the Divine Altar. An Assassin of Nob with Bloody Murder, Paired Weapons, Blood Root, Ring of Shadows. I don't know what any of that stuff means. It just means I'm scared of him. 24 Dread Legionnaires, full command, Spears and Shields with a Rending Banner. 23 Dread Legionnaires, full command, Spears and Shield with Rending Banner. 10 Repeater Auxiliaries. They had a Standard and the Academy Banner. And what else? 5 Dark Acolytes.
2 Rending and the Academy Banner. That's
What's
a lot
this?
of AP. Okay.
Yes. What do we got? 5 Dark Acolytes with a Standard and a Champion, which makes him the Adept. It's the Wizard Conclave thing.
Yeah.
25 Tower Guard with full command, Halberds, and the Rending Banner. And let's round it off with a pair of Krakens.
I'm going to do this army only for one reason.
So you can unleash the Kraken.
Unleash the Krakens.
I actually like the Kraken a lot.
I like the Kraken a lot too. That's why I bought 3 models of them.
All right. So deployment. Yeah, I think this was he's up in the center, back in the flanks. I'm up in the flanks, back in the center. This is a ruin over here on the bottom left.
Okay.
Ruin up on the top left.
Okay. The crater. Okay.
The crater. We played this as
knoll.
what did we play this as a hill?
It's a hill. Okay.
We did play this as a hill.
Okay.
Field, water feature off on the right,
Okay.
and another huge
Forest.
huge expanse of a forest.
Okay.
Here in the.
This was the tournament for cannons and shooting, wasn't it?
If you were relying on terrain to save you in this tournament, you were in big trouble.
Man, this was the game for that. Or yeah.
All right.
I mean, that's what you don't know when you go into tournaments. What
Correct.
the terrain's going to be like, but yeah.
Yeah, when they asked for recommendations after this was over, one of my recommendations was to use
Standard size terrain.
standard size terrain and use the map pack especially for masters.
Yeah.
Use the map pack out of the 9th Age official
Yeah.
map pack, because those are balanced
Except for maybe the
Somewhat.
random fences.
in the random fences everywhere that they place in those. Anyway, so that's this thing, and we're of course pick up the tokens and carry them around with you for the rest of your life. Anyway, so I'm going to go first. So I drop my army so I can go first. Wolf Riders Vanguard up.
Is this the refuse to flanks setup?
It's the attacker defender setup where I was back.
However that is. One's back, one's forward.
Correct.
Yeah.
You're forward in the front or back
Right,
in the
right.
front, in the middle or whatever. All right. So turn 1. 4 boys come forward. Trolls come forward. We're not afraid of anything in front of us. We're going forward. Spider, on the other hand, is not really crazy about multi-wound Krakens in front of it. off on the right. Wolf Riders come forward. They're both going to shoot at this unit. This one is within 12. He wants to come kill me. He's fine. He's got a 12 overrun, which doesn't put me into this.
Okay.
He sits there. I've got these lined up. If he wants to come kill me, he's happy to have.
I'm just looking at his setup. So he's got.
Oh, sorry. The tower guard off here on the left.
Okay, and the spearmen.
And then the altar, 2 units of spearmen, and the crossbowmen in the center.
Okay.
And the 2 krakens
on the flank. I saw that. Okay.
So anyway, there they are.
Something blurry.
Something very blurry. Well, if you're taking a picture of a kraken coming forward, you're not going to be, holding the camera.
You should have brought a Pegasus with you.
So his turn. We fire both units at these and do nothing to them. Yeah. They do have a 4-up ward, so
there is that.
It's a minor point. But he takes this. I'm surprised he took this because I've got this and this as counters to it. So whatever.
He's counting those 4-up ward.
Yeah, but that's a lot of strength 5 attacks.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving forward, I got that. And what's he doing? He's measuring stuff and thinking about stuff, and there we go. So surprisingly, those guys smashed my Wolf Riders. I was kind of amazed that happened. He checks the arc and decides he's going to sit where he is.
Changes his facing a bit.
Changes facing a bit, which is probably smart of him. Turn 2. I'm up. Look at that. Boom. I'm going to go in.
Yep.
The only thing, and again, I thought, okay, fine, that's plenty, but the only thing I could have done is charge these guys in the rear as well. But I didn't think of that and didn't think it was necessary and was proven wrong.
Yeah.
He obliterated he put all but the one the one had to attack over here, maybe 2. Put the rest into the other guy, the Nashers, smashed them.
They're squishier.
Wins the combat, runs the, squishers explode, less than 5 left, again, and these guys run.
I'm thinking 15. That's a better number for the Nashers.
So what are you thinking on my Nashers so far?
I think they need to be in units of 15.
Have they done anything for me this tournament?
They have not.
They have not, have they?
It's because they're not in units of 15.
So annoying. 15. so I can lose more points when they die?
Yeah, so at least when they blow up, they take somebody with them.
Yeah, okay. So they do 1 strength 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
That's a rule. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. That's a rule that doesn't need to be in the army book.
Yeah.
That's a rule to reduce complexity, get rid of it, because it almost never takes place.
Get rid of that.
I guess it does on Nate's army.
Get rid of that and let them run. They'd be fine.
Oh, well, they would do fine. They would have to go up in points if they could run. Anyway, I mean, you mean break from combat and run, not just explode.
Correct.
I'm thinking they just go away.
Yeah, just let them run.
Whatever. So anyway, he chases me. He doesn't quite catch the Boar Riders. Got that going for me. And over here, the Wolf Riders are coming up doing the same thing. If he wants to charge me here, that just gets him closer to my ferals.
Yep.
Okay with that. He does charge me over here, so I flee because it might get him further than killing him, so I do go ahead and flee. The acolytes charge the Boar Riders. They actually run a long way. I think I rolled a 12. Doesn't help me. Runs me down, kills me. Okay. I mean, because he's got movement 9 plus whatever he rolls. Yep. So anyway, he crushes me there. Over here, you can see the Dread Legionnaires come forward after the charge, and these auxiliary crossbowmen redeploy a bit so they can shoot.
I forget what that thing is he's got. It's kind of cool.
This big,
like moon thing.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. I don't know if I got a better picture of it or not.
You should have asked what that was.
I should have, but I didn't.
That'd be good than a goblin shaman.
So they got that. Over here on the far left, both the Kraken are coming forward. 1 spider on 2 Kraken is not a good deal.
No, 1-on-1's fine.
I'm afraid of 1-on-1.
Yeah.
He does D3 wounds with every hit.
Yeah, I understand. Every wound, yeah.
Every wound. And he's strength 7.
Yeah.
Spider's only toughness 6.
Well, he doesn't have many attacks.
Like 5?
And you, 5? 4.
Maybe it's 4. Anyway, one way or another, I'm scared of it.
And you've got a whole bunch going before he goes, so.
Yeah.
You got 16 going before he goes.
Yeah, some of those are goblins.
Yeah, but he's T5, so you got a 4-up armor save.
Whatever. So I'm still worried about it.
Yeah.
I'm scared. So, here's my thought.
Yeah.
So my thought is I send the Nashers in. They go before it. I wound it 2 or 3 times. Right?
12 attacks. 8 of those are hitting. 4 of those are wounding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I do 4 wounds to
once. Yeah.
He's saving on. He's only got an armor save.
Yeah,
which goes to 6 up.
Yeah, so he may save 1.
So he may save 1. So I do like 3 or 4 wounds to the thing.
You do 3
on
wounds,
average.
and he kills you.
And then he kills me. But then now with only 3 wounds left, the spider can go in and kill it, overrun into the next one, and then I'll take the 1-on-1. That's my thought.
Okay.
And the boar riders are set over here to
Okay.
smash it if they really need to.
Okay.
So we get that in. Over here, the remember my fleeing wolf riders were here, which made this charge weird. So we could only come in. We came in. We only could clip the side.
That's too bad.
The knowing where these guys are considering going over here, because the way I'm looking at this right now, if I just hold up over on this side and can deal with the 2 Kraken, I can win this game and just leave the center alone.
Right.
Is what I'm thinking right now. So with that in mind, and knowing the boar boys might head off to the left, the BSB runs over here and joins the trolls.
Okay.
Because he's only got 10 shots, and he can only put 1 of them on the BSB a turn.
Right.
And it's a strength, and I got a 2-up armor versus shooting, because I do have a shield that I just can't use in combat. Anyway, so I'm okay with that.
Okay.
So that's my thought there. These guys are still down there where they ran me down. He failed his reroll, his reform check.
Okay.
The Wolf Riders, the other unit of Wolf Riders comes here within 12. They're going to continue shooting at him.
Right.
I think they killed 1 on that turn.
Looks like
I think he had 3 left. Well, on my turn, when these Nashers charged, I got off Awaken the Beast for +1 strength.
Okay.
Now they're strength 6.
Yeah, it changes
now
things.
the odds change quite a bit.
Yep.
And I kill 1 outright.
Yep.
And overrun and smash into the next one.
Okay.
Still with the +1 strength.
Yep.
Okay, over here, it's kind of a push fight. I actually think I won, but didn't do enough to do much.
Not enough guys fighting.
There's not enough guys fighting. So on the
you won, so you slid over.
About the reform, I slid over and get into it. I've also dropped the break the spirit on this unit of spearmen, so he can't. I did that because I wasn't, I was stuck way out here,
Just
if you
in case.
recall.
Yeah.
And I didn't want them coming in and helping. So anyway, just a precautionary precautionary measure. Well, now the boar boys are facing over this way, and they're very happy with the situation going on there. So they're not that concerned over there anymore. What's this? He's fighting me there. Doing it? Is that just a picture? That's a picture. Just somebody. Okay, so here we go.
You need to email this guy and see what that big cloud is. Because I want to know.
If he does see this, his name is Ben. If he does see this, I'd like to know what that is. I can find his email, I guess, through WarScore, can't I? Maybe I'll do that. All right, so you can see his unit, his army's kind of forming up, moving off to the right, but not a lot. He doesn't want to come forward and get in the trolls and anybody else's arc. The 2 guys come, the 2 acolytes come out here.
Right, cast some magic.
So they can cast some magic, and one of their spells is that toxic breath weapon.
Yep.
Which the boar boys aren't real fond of.
Nope.
At all. So we got that. I don't know what that is. It's a blurry picture is what it is.
Blurry picture and a missing wolf.
And a missing, wasn't there one missing before? Guess not. Oh, these guys shot him.
Okay.
But because they moved in long range, they didn't have a good shot at him. And some of them were even obstructed. Well, the ferals, when they can all fight, do very well. Yep. Even though he's got off a spell that gives him, I think he's had rerolled a wounds on me.
Okay.
So almost the worst thing happens for him in that he anyway, I was looking at this and thought it was worse, but because I broke him, I ran him down, and then didn't hit this unit of crossbowmen. ended up in front of them, which now puts me in their flank for my turn coming up.
Yeah.
So, again, I said, okay, this is much worse for him than if I just
Yep,
got
yep.
into him. So we go on to turn 4, and it's my turn on turn 4. Sorry, bottom of turn 3. Bottom of turn 3, the Nashers ate the other Kraken.
And you were just complaining about how your Nashers don't do
I know,
anything.
that's why I was making that point, if you noticed. The Nashers finally proved their worth with a +1 strength buff against Kraken. Because of the +1 strength buff, he has no armor save.
Sure,
and,
sure.
I wound him easier.
Yep.
It's probably a wound or two more than they should have done in each of those.
Yeah.
But anyway,
They're not, Krakens aren't, they're
tough 6 with a 4 armor.
They're not
right?
top 5.
They're only tough 5.
Yeah, they're not great against infantry, so you have to use them
Right.
in groups because they're not that tough. So you have to.
They don't have thunder stomps.
Yeah, and they don't have a lot of attack, so you have to rely on your stomps to.
Well, he's dying before he gets to stomp.
Exactly.
Which is terrible.
Yeah, it's because you're fighting one at a time.
Right.
They're fantastic against multi-wound stuff. You didn't want them in your trolls.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so once that, and now this is what it's looking on my turn 4.
Okay.
So, turn 4, declare a charge from my ferals into the crossbowman. He elects to flee, and because of where we were, bounces all the way out to back here.
Okay.
Because the center to center pushed him this way instead of pushing him off.
Okay.
I redirect into the side of this
Spearman.
Did I make that roll?
You attempted to.
Attempted to. Wolf Riders come up here to shoot
Chasing
them.
them, see if you can shoot them. Yeah, why not? Obviously you didn't.
And I didn't. And now follow up on his turn. They charge into the flank of me.
Okay. Is that your general?
And that's my general there on the right.
Okay.
His idea is, with his 4-up ward save, he's just hoping to live and keep me tied up here.
Okay.
That's his whole goal in that attack.
Okay.
Oh, and I failed my redirect. Or failed, did I? Anyway, something happened.
Or you didn't make it, whatever. Something.
Yeah.
Okay, and his big guys are coming
I
forward.
did. Sorry, I failed my redirect and wheeled towards where he was.
Okay.
But that's as far as I did.
Okay.
Got it. And over here in this combat on his turn, he did exactly what he wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I did 2 wounds to him, but this guy has an extra wound because he's the conclave.
Mm-hmm.
He actually killed 2 of me as a flank and a charge.
Yeah.
I got a banner and whatever. He sticks around and keeps me tied up there.
Yeah.
So, because I'm tied up there, the rest of this stuff moves in towards the center. And it goes back to his turn.
Did you just advance on his altar, or did you charge it?
I charged it.
Okay, so you're in contact with it?
I am.
Okay.
But he's keeping me at bay.
You would mention that, so you didn't mention that. So.
I'm trying to think how this happened. Have I already...
Oh.
So
this is the end of his turn. He's moved up. He's fought that combat.
This is their
beginning of his turn because he's charged you.
Because he's charged me.
And he moved up.
I killed him. I killed 1.
He changed. He's facing you with a spearman.
Correct. He's facing me with the spearman back here.
Right.
In the back. The
I don't know if they rallied.
Crossbowmen have rallied.
Okay.
And facing out this way.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have moved up to put the hill between them and the spider.
Right.
Smart move.
It's the end of your turn, so you resolve the combat.
Coming up on my turn.
Yep. Now it's your turn coming up.
And again, once the 2 Kraken died, I think, I've got this made. And then things turned around. So I charged.
So we missed some photos.
I did. So we're missing something in there. Let's back up.
So you charged.
I'm trying to think of what happened here. So I charged this, and I made it in.
But you didn't kill it.
But I did not kill it. Correct. And then he turns to face.
And you moved your Wolf Riders up to chaff
him because I think he's going to break them.
Because you thought had your guys to the front.
Right.
So then he's gone.
Right.
And he's reformed to help this thing out.
Correct.
And looks like
And I did 4 wounds to this beast.
And you looks like you charged his spearman back there and nothing much happened.
But I came 1 short. I charged the spearman back here, peeled off a rank or so, but he's still hanging tough.
Yeah.
And now it's his turn, and his tower guard come into the flank of my trolls.
Yep. So do you remember what happened on the altar?
He challenged
Okay.
with the altar because he's got the priest on it.
Yeah.
So my BSB had to accept or not be a BSB. And I was, when I redeployed this unit, I'm more than 12 away here.
Okay.
So I needed my BSB again. So if a BSB, his leadership drops to 0 and he's not a BSB.
Right.
So I'm stubborn. I'm not even stubborn. I'm a leadership. Well, I might have been stubborn versus this thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was concerned about that. So BSB accepted it and did 4 wounds.
I see. Okay.
Missed by killing it by that much.
Okay.
So over here, on his turn still, his crossbowman coming up to chaff the spider because he can't have the spider on the tower guard, which is all very good for him. And he's into the flank of these guys.
Okay.
Which is not going to go well for him. There's his casualties from this fight.
Didn't kill the altar.
Maybe I only did 2 wounds left.
No, looks like
he's
did
down
2.
to 3.
Yeah.
It was 4 a minute ago, so it's on 3 now.
So he killed your BSB.
So he killed my BSB. He won this fight. This was funny. I ran and rolled a 12, and he didn't chase me with the altar. I rolled a 12. This picture didn't come out. So he rolled to pursue me and rolled a 12.
Oh, okay.
So he ends up killing me anyway. My turn, and then on his turn, he moved the altar back here to help out in this fight.
Right.
You can see there's the tower guard as they pursued the trolls. Ended up over here in the woods. The spider, of course, killed
those guys. Yeah.
Killed the guys.
And you formed your wolf riders at some point.
Well, the wolf riders end up being chaff for me.
Yeah.
Instead of him.
Yep.
Which is, an irritant, but it's happened before. So seeing how this happened, the general has a 17-inch charge to the rear of this and tries it. I think we're on turn 5 or 6 at this point. He's not going to get in otherwise. So he tried the long charge into the rear of the altar. And as you can see, he did not make it. It was a 17. I recall that. It was a 17. Okay. So he needed a 10. It's not that makeable. Over here, the ferals are tired. They just can't do it. I only killed like 4 this turn. Now they're in trouble because this thing's ready to come help them. So yeah, there you go. So I've killed 4. He killed 3 of me. He's going to stick around for another turn because he's near his general and his BSB. And his big wagon comes in to help him on the final turn. And
turn around these guys.
Those guys turn around, but it's like I said, it's turn 6 anyway. And after all, turns into a win for him for points.
Oh, for points.
2,400 to 1,800. After a good start,
right?
I just got messed up with the tower guard.
Yeah.
What happened, and I think I missed this, but anyway, so I did get the objective though, which turned it back around into a small win for me to 11-9. One thing that did happen, that when the tower guard were out here in the middle, I made a dumb mistake. I thought, where were we? Right there. Okay, sorry. Right here is where the thing is. Remember, the spider cannot see him, but the gnashers can.
Yep.
My mistake was, on my turn, I charged with the gnashers. I put the wall of chaff out here.
Right.
I put the wall of chaff out here and then charged him in the flank with the gnashers, which he smashed the gnashers. Because his characters, his assassins here on the end, crushed the gnashers and was able just to turn and face the flank of the trolls.
Yeah.
That was my mistake that cost me.
That happened on
my turn. He killed.
Okay.
Like I said, on my turn,
I thought maybe we missed
gnashers,
a couple turns. I was very confused.
No, how he got this turn around. So on my turn, the gnashers charged into the flank.
I see.
But they end up going alone into the flank. Which, you know, like I said, he smashes them, turns around and faces this
But
direction.
it doesn't look like you could hardly clip him.
Where? With what?
The Nashers in the flank.
It's not impassable. This is just a hill.
Oh, sorry, it's a hill, not
It's a hill, and I can see him.
Yeah.
So I just charge over the hill. It's a short, it's not that long of a charge.
Yeah, yeah. Right.
Again, I slip of whatever. I didn't notice that his character was the one on the corner. Had his character not been on the corner, I think I might do enough wounds to at least pin him there for a turn. But still, with the the problem was with the Wolf Riders there as chaff, there was no reason to charge him at all. I should have left it alone.
Yeah, or just commit everything.
Well, I can't commit everything. I can go the trolls in.
The trolls and your...
I could have trolls and Nasher.
Because your general's stuck over there.
General's stuck in that fight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, had I left them alone, moved those over, the trolls go alone into the wagon in the back. They finish it up in 2 turns.
Right.
And then the second turn, I decide whether I want to charge everybody in or not. You know, I move the spider up and sit it on the hill.
Right.
And then I've got him. But this was a terrible. The Nasher's charging into his flank.
Yeah.
Bad move. Of course, like I said though, it left me to do this. I mean, they have picked up the token. They're carrying it around, and these Boar Boys picked up this one. So there's no question as to who got the objective. But anyway, this was just dumb. Cost me the game. Well, cost me a lot of points. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised if Spearmen held up as well as they did.
The ones in the back,
yeah,
they did fantastic.
I mean, the altar helps, but
my ferals were doing well up until then, and then they just started flubbing. They just couldn't do much. They also dropped down in strength to 4, which is giving him a 6-up save. You know.
And only wounding on 3s. I'm
only wounding on 3s instead of 2s.
Why'd you drop down to strength 4? You won?
No, but after the first round of combat, I didn't have enough. I only had 1 extra rank and like 4 guys in the back.
I see.
I was short a guy, and he had 1 extra rank, so it I couldn't retain the strength after. But see right there.
Yeah.
Go. He did very well to what I did in the first round of combat.
Well, that makes sense then, because when you get strength 4, things change a bit.
Yeah, they do. The odds change a bit, but
just because he's hitting,
I'm still hitting him on 3s, I believe. Because he's weapon skill 4 and I'm 5 offense.
Yeah.
We're each hitting each other on. He's hitting me on 2s. I'm hitting him on 3s.
He's just hitting you more.
But he's wounding me on 5s, and I'm wounding him on first round 2s. And then
well, with the 5s, you weren't going to last, but at 4s, it's a little closer thing.
Yeah. But anyway, so that's what happened there. But again, the worst part was this stupid tower guard.
Yeah.
The tower guard was really dumb. It's a bad mistake on my part. And I saw it as soon as,
Right.
The worst part is, I saw it right as I did it. And the other thing I could have done, which I didn't do, the other option would have been the Wolf Riders. Had they came up and gone right up against his unit an inch away, he could not have reformed to the side.
Right.
Like he did.
Yep.
He still could have done something and caused me a problem, but anyway.
Yep, he would have been 4 wide.
It was just it's just a problem on my part.
Yeah.
A big problem on my part, my mistake. So, and it cost me a bunch of points.
Yep.
So, but then again, the Nashers did a bunch of stuff on the Kraken. So,
yep, but you won in the end.
Did win on the objective.
Okay, so where'd that put you at the end?
So at the end, that put me in 14th place of 28. So I'm in the top half.
Right in the middle.
I'm on the top half.
Yeah, right in the middle.
And it pushed him down to 15, so he's in the bottom half.
There you go. Okay, that's how it's going to go down.
That's how it goes down.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a fun tournament. Again, just a couple bad mistakes.
Yeah, that's all it takes.
And I could have placed much higher.
Yeah, bad mistakes, bad dice. Oh, anything can turn.
Everything. Just dice are always. I try not to blame.
I'm just saying anything
dice.
Can turn.
Correct. Yeah. I try not to blame dice for a game. I mean, there's games you obviously lose because of dice, but there's games you win because of dice as well.
Absolutely.
But anyway. Oh well. That's going to do it. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.